Welcome to the Bastard Sermon, the fat, freckled edition. No Patrick. I don't know if you're if you're used to listening, if you're just hopping back on the show. Our numbers have been dog shit. Nobody's listening anymore, Luke. Have you been looking?
It has dropped, yeah.
Oh,
and
man.
we've lost a lot of Patreon members.
You think it's because we don't tell anybody that it exists?
Yeah.
It could potentially have something to do with the fact that me and you don't share it at all.
Yeah.
Like, Pat was the only one doing it. And so we have to just hope that through word of mouth, and neither of us, I don't think, talk about our podcast outside of doing the podcast.
I do.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I tell people about
I tell
it
no
for
one.
sure.
I try my best to never tell anyone ever.
Yeah. Oh, dude, like I have
Not on
like
purpose, but
I
I
have
just-
mixed pieces of like merch, like XXL and like a handful of like larges. I'm just like, hey man, you like the show and you listen, here it is.
Right,
Like-
just hand it out.
Right.
Is that what we should do with the remainder of the hoodies?
That's
Like,
what I've been doing.
I'm just gonna give them away. I don't
Yeah.
like to people that want them.
like cause you know like I have my trainer at work, the dude who taught me on everything before I started. He's been listening to the show and he'll go like, you know, I've been listening to the episode and Cody was talking about this and I was just getting mad and I'm like, oh yeah, like you
Welcome to
listen,
Cody.
like oh my god, thank you for the listens. And it's been like
Wait,
weeks
what was
now,
he getting
so I
mad
just gave
about?
him a
What was it?
t-shirt. I gave him a Gamble t-shirt, but he was getting mad of the G-Shock death from Digital Underground. He was like, he just doesn't understand the fucking importance. It's a generational gap. That's why he doesn't get it. I'm like, I
there's plenty
totally
of old
understand.
shit.
I
There's
totally
plenty of old
understand,
shit that I
man.
love.
I totally get it.
I'm wearing a fucking reprint of a T-shirt from
Yeah,
1985.
you like Slayer. We all get
from
it.
1985. Okay,
Right.
It's fucking.
It goes. Yeah,
It's
you
not
like
how it sounds.
You like
the
it.
lyrics are intelligible. You can
Right.
actually understand what they're saying.
I
but
bet you if G-Shock was like,
this motherfucker was
on
like
top of
8
some
years
beats,
apart.
you'd love him.
8 years from the time that I was born. I get old shit. I also get when old shit sucks, and G-Shock sucks, buddy. I don't care if
Fuck
you're
out of
listening
here,
to it right now.
G-Shock
Guy's
sucks.
corny as fuck. That dude was so fucking
Fuck
corny.
out. He was revolutionizing.
There was shit that
the
wasn't
game
corny.
back then, dude.
Grandmaster Flash wasn't corny,
Bro, if
at
you were-
all.
Yes, what?
You think Grandmaster Flash is corny?
As a progressive and amazing and like a cornerstone to the game as he is, absolutely.
Yeah, but you think that he's corny. Like, he's cornier than G-Shock,
Right, but
the
I
guy that wears a fake nose and glasses, like one of the Marx Brothers fucking
See, this is where
glasses
you and I
nose.
are missing because like I can give credit to.
I could give credit to him. It's just,
all right,
it's
all right.
corny.
You're not giving him credit though.
It's like the Justin
you haven't
Bieber rap
done
music of
nothing
the
but
80s.
disrespect his name ever since this man passed away.
Fuck G-Shock.
See, you better put some respect on his fucking name, dude.
Hey, if
This
he was
guy-
alive today, like if he was reborn, I would
say,
go to where he was at,
I want you
turn
to
my gun
pour out-
sideways in the nature of rap music, and shoot him to death.
I want you to pour out whatever shit ass beer you've been drinking.
Coors Light.
And in respect to G-Shock and say thank you.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about G-Shock. It's not a generational gap. There's plenty
Shock
of...
G. Shock
Shock
G this
G.
whole time. We've been saying it wrong this whole time.
We've been telling him to watch. We've
He's
just
not
been
that
call-
important. Anyways, next topic.
You've been defending how important this man is, and you're calling him the brand name of a watch, right? This whole fucking time. The trainer is losing his... If he's listening, he's mad at you first. He started off mad at you, and now there's cartoon steam
he's
pouring
not
from
mad.
his ears.
He's like, I am a cornerstone of the watch game. That's right.
Oh, fuck, dude. Now he's corny, homie. I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's not about the
No
generational
way,
gap.
dude.
There's corny shit today that I'm not going to
The
argue with my
Humpty Hump
kids.
was
I'm not going to
fucking
argue with my
iconic.
kids when my kids tell me about some shit that was corny from now. I'm not going to be like, oh, you don't get it. I was around then, and it sucked then. You're right. My Chemical Romance was not a good band.
That's not true.
I'll pat them on the top of their head,
That's
and I'll
not
kiss
true.
them goodnight that I love them.
I fucks hard with MCR. They would have been my first concert ever, actually. But they were.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm shitting on them. They're such a beloved band. I just don't like them. But
My brother had bought me tickets to get me out of the insanity that was Price Hill in 2007. And
Yeah.
he drove me to Columbus to go watch them, right? And we pull up to the venue. We're walking around outside. We don't see any crowds. The doors are locked. And we're like, what's going on? And then like this old man security guard walks by. He goes, you fellas here for Chemical Romance? And we're like, yes, sir. And he goes, they're all sick. They canceled the show. And we're like, what?
What are you talking about? They
They were all of them were sick at the same time. But yeah, they canceled. So I
And they didn't make a
never got
post
to
on the
see them.
MySpace about
This
it?
was before. Actually, I think MySpace was hitting the waves around 2007, 2000.
Didn't think about to send it out an email blaster or anything.
Yeah.
Be nice, make a phone call to everybody that paid. Did you get your money back at least?
I don't know. My brother bought the tickets.
Okay, fair enough.
I was in 7th grade, cuz.
Is this the gang brother or the
Oh,
cool
my
brother?
gang brother hasn't done anything for me except for show me California Love, and get me into that kind of music.
He's never done anything with you. Like y'all have never done a single thing, like a brotherly thing together that you can think of.
I know we used to beat up on my nice brother like once or twice.
You beat the fuck out of your nice
No,
brother
for
that
fun.
took you to My
like
Chemical
joking,
Romance. Oh,
wrestling, and stuff like
I thought
that.
you meant like, yeah, you get his
Yeah,
legs,
no.
I'll kick him in the face.
That was him when I wasn't around. Yeah, that's when he would really try to fight my good brother. But
Did he try to fight you? Did he fuck you up?
No.
Why?
I was 4 years younger than the gangster brother, and 3 years younger than, 9 years younger than the thug brother, and 8 years younger than the good one. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, there's no way they were trying to fuck me up. These fucking just 13-year-olds beating the dog shit out of like a fucking 6 and 5-year-old.
Your dad would have put them in a coma for
oh
sure.
my god,
You can't
yeah.
beat up on the kids like that.
No way.
Oh my god, I can't wait till my son's just fucking 13 and throwing hands. Like that's gonna suck so much fucking ass.
Yeah,
like,
because you're gonna meet him. You're gonna fucking throw hands back.
I'm gonna be 13 years older than I am now, and I'm already a fat alcoholic piece of shit. Now at 27,
Yeah.
can't imagine what 40's looking like when my son's 13.
You have almost like 3 decades between you and your son, though. Like at least you won't have that kind of. You'll have that kind of normal disconnect.
Yeah.
Like I know like friends who have parents who are only like 12 years older than them. You know what I mean?
That would have
Like,
meant that they're 12 years old when they had the kid.
what?
That would have, if there's a 12-year difference, that means that the parent was 12 years old when they had that kid. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Yeah, Chrissy's biological mom is the same way. I just met her biological mom. She was
like dumb young.
12 or 13. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's like almost as close to me in age as Chrissy is to me in age. It's fucking absurd. She's like 35
Like
or something
listening
like that.
to the same music and shit. Like
No, that's where I had to go. That's why if you listened to the Patreon last week, I had to bounce out of here because she wanted me to go beat her biological mom. So whenever
she wanted you to beat her up.
meet her, you
Oh,
fool.
okay.
Meet her.
Yeah, fucking hit my mom, dude. She's the worst.
Nah, she was cool people. We went
Nah,
over there and hung out.
I'll beat her ass.
They gave me
real good,
moonshine.
Chrissy.
They were watching Ghost Hunters. We were like fucking laughing at it the entire time. It was the worst show
Oh,
I've
you
ever
guys
seen in my
weren't
entire
taking
life.
it for realsies,
They would
like
fucking
Patrick.
throw a chair over backwards and then fucking be like, "Did you hear that ghost? Hold on, play the recording back. You hear a loud." And it was like, "Yeah, that's the fucking chair." Yeah, but after the chair moves, you can hear a whisper in the background. It's the fucking, it's a guy in the just.
It's like reverbed and slow down to like.
It's all the fakest. Did you hear that? Listen back, and they play it back 5 times in a row to the most scrambled audio you've ever heard. It just sounds like somebody's just crinkling paper in front of the thing.
Someone's
I was
just
like,
scratching a hairy asshole.
they're all dressed ridiculous. For some reason, one of them was wearing like a fucking clown mask with the big nose, like the theater clowns or the opera clowns or whatever. And he's just, but it's a shitty plastic from the fucking dollar bin at the Halloween store one, and it's got like a string. And he's like, "This is an object that'll help to attract the ghosts." And he's walking around, and they've got the night vision green light camera, and it like they've all got weird. Like there's one muscly guy with a fucking spiked haircut, like a guy if Guy Fieri was in shape type of situation. It just, I don't know, just saying the corniest, douchiest shit. I'm like, who the fuck enjoys this?
Yeah.
And apparently, Chrissy's biological parent enjoys it. No, it was her husband that was watching, not her dad, but her husband that was just sitting there drinking a beer watching that. And it was like, all right. But they offered me moonshine, so it made up
What
for
kind
it.
of moonshine?
It was just Sugarland's shine.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if it was like any shit worth talking about, like Bob's moonshine.
No. I have had some good ass moonshine a couple
Bob's
times.
moonshine is the best moonshine I've ever had.
I don't think I ever tried Bob's moonshine. You
What?
talking about Joe's dad?
Yes.
I don't think I've ever had it.
Bro, go back over there. It's time to start working on that bridge again, brother. You need to go visit Bob's house, man. Yeah,
I
dude,
would love
Bob,
to see
Bob
Laura
used
and
to-
Joe. I mean, Bob. Hey, Bob, how's it going? Good to see you. Shake his hand. Fucking tries to pull my arm off my shoulder.
Dude,
and-
the first time I was over there in like a year, like a month or two ago, Bob was the first person I said hi to before Joe. And it was a whole like, I love talking to Bob because Bob loves me, and it's just such like an Italian father type of situation. Like, "Oh, Luke, what you doing? Get over here!" And he's like slamming the table, and you're laughing
That's not
just as
the
hard
energy
as
I
he
get
is.
from Bob
but
ever.
Oh, dude, I get it every time.
Lucky
every
fucking
time.
you. I get
Bob
like-
loves me. Laura loves me. Bubba loves me.
Yeah.
All of them.
Laura loves me. Bob loves me, but like the way that you love a retarded son, like not all the way. You kind of love him.
God, why are you so fucking?
Why can't you just catch the football without just like letting it hit your face, and then you don't even cry because you don't experience emotion?
Why can't we just play catch for once?
I knew we should have left you at the firehouse.
Going inside. Stay out here and fucking play in the dirt all night. I don't care.
Yeah, next to your little house. It's a dog house.
It's the plastic like playhouse. Fucking.
Where you scoop like old soup into his bowl.
Where's Lenny been all night, honey?
He's pulling at his chain.
He's just outside
howling at the
dollhouse. Oh my god.
Howling at the moon, masturbating.
It's daytime.
You can't let him get a hold of the jars of peanut butter because he'll fuck all the jars of peanut butter.
God damn. Oh, we're terrible.
Oh my god. Yeah, we're bad people. I don't care. It's just jokes, right?
Oh, but Bob's moonshine. Yeah. Bob, the cabinet next to his sink, he's got like two like cabinet drawer or shelves, and you open them both up, filled top to bottom, every shelf with miniature like mason jars full of moonshine.
So he just make it himself?
Just with like.
Where's Bob still in shine? I've been all around his property.
I have no idea, man.
The fuck has Bob got a shine still?
He makes it happen. He'll do apple with real apples in it. He'll do peaches, cinnamon.
It's all easy to do because it's a neutral corn liquor. You put anything in it, it's going to taste like whatever you stick in there.
Man,
dried
it's
fruit,
so
though.
Smooth though. Like moonshine fucks, but his moonshine fucks.
Yeah. No, yeah, I believe it.
Oh my god!
I used to get some bottles of it, like, or I didn't get some bottles of it. My uncle did when I was a kid, and he would just keep it in a fucking like. He would get it and put it in like these fucking Nestle water bottles, the shitty ones, and I'm like, go for a fucking like get a mason jar, my dude.
Yeah.
Like, and he's like, no, I'm high, like in case the cops come. Like, what are you talking about? He would just say the goofiest shit about it, like as like because it's illegal. I'm like, yeah, I guess it's illegal to like fucking sell it, but you could steal your own shine and give it to your buddy. Well, I bought it. I was like, did he give you a receipt of sale? Shut the fuck up and put it in a mason jar, and then take you some dry fruit and a couple cinnamon sticks and stick that bitch in there for a week and let it just like mingle, let it hang out for a little while. It's neutral corn liquor. It's whiskey, right? That's what shine is whiskey. Corn liquor is whiskey, and then they just put it in a barrel, and it absorbs all the charred edges, and it gives it the color and the taste that whiskey is, but it's just flavorless, neutral whiskey. So anything that you stick in that bitch is going to be fucking delicious. Like, if you like, I don't know, if you're a high-proof spirit drinker, such as myself, I like a whiskey, though. There's something about... I mean, the sugary shit just gives me headaches later on. The alcohol is already doing enough damage to me. I don't want all the extra sugar because I drink a lot, so it takes a lot for me to really feel it. Yeah. But not to really feel it. I get drunk pretty quick, but, like, I keep drinking for a long fucking time, and I just keep pounding it till, like, 3, 4 in the morning. So after a while, you're just... It'd be like drinking fucking, like, 7... Like, would you ever just sit down and drink 7 full-ass Coca-Colas? No. No one would. No. But mix a little rum in there and fuckloads of people would. Yeah. And they don't think anything of it. And it's like all that sugar is ruining you. Like that is the fucking worst shit that you could be on top of alcohol and the dehydration it's doing to yourself. So I couple drinks of the sugary shit, right? But then fucking after that I want to trade off to something with less in it. Yeah. Been drinking the shitty light beers recently. These fucking Coors. Yeah. Coors Light in a bottle, something about it that I've been enjoying recently.
What? Yeah, you can't put your...
It tastes like piss. It tastes like, not piss, like watered down piss. And I could just throw it down my fucking stupid head.
I like piss beer, though.
Yeah, so do I. I enjoy it.
I enjoy piss beer.
That's what I grew up drinking. It was like I hated it, and then you drink enough of it until you actually like get over the fact that you hate it, and then there's something to it.
It's what got me to like piss beer.
Do you want one? There's some in the fridge.
I'll probably take
one.
Lights
too. You want Miller Lite?
Yeah, I'll take one. There you go. Yeah, the boys, Kelly, Russell, Erickson, and shit would after skating and shit, we'd go to Dravo. And,
yeah. The one with the bridge.
Yeah.
The fucking park. It's a cool little park that used to have a bridge that went over the river, and then the fucking, I'm telling the listeners, but the bridge fell down, right? And there's just these big ass pillars, and then in front when you walk in, there's just it's like a soccer field, right? There's like a parking lot, soccer field, and then you walk back to the woods, and it's like there's that dilapidated bridge.
Yeah.
And it's small, and it's a good chill spot because everybody goes to Heritage, and you try to go to Heritage, and there's fucking swarms of people.
Everywhere.
Dravo down the street, fucking great hang. hang spot.
It's amazing. Yeah. No. I was there a few weeks ago with my dog, and you're right. Heritage was filled. I drove past Dravo's parking lot. Nobody there. Absolutely nobody.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, we'd go to Dravo and we would drink Tall Boys Milwaukee's Best.
Yeah, you get the 30 case, 30 rack.
Well, no, I don't think we ever did that. Killed a whole case at the Dravo. I don't think we did.
Amongst 4 people?
Yeah, I think we just got Tall Boys.
That's not that much beer.
I know.
Oh yeah, Tall Boys are the fucking move though, for real. Were you kids drinking Tall Boys or were you adults?
I think when I started doing that with them, I was like around 19. So they were probably 20, 19, is same as me.
Yeah, my dad would give me beers and shit, and like my uncle would let me pour beers because my uncle lived with us. But when I started drinking, it was with my Uncle Scott because he was just irresponsible. I've talked about it a million times. Irresponsible fuck that would let us party at his apartment. Yeah. So he would buy us like the beer that he drank so that he could drink too. No matter if we threw in, he didn't give a fuck. You're drinking at my house. I'm drinking some of it, and it's Milwaukee's Best Ice every fucking time. So it's exclusively what we drank was the Beast and shit like that. And I just thought beer was terrible, so I was like, I'm just gonna drink it and get it down. And eventually, I like grew to like it. And now every once in a while, just out of nostalgia, I'll buy like Steel Reserve or Milwaukee's Best Ice, and people look at me like I'm a fucking homeless person every time. They're like, "Why are you drinking that?" And I was like, "I fucking grew up drinking. There's something to it." And they're like, "Well, stop." Like,
it tastes like home.
Yeah, I got molested in my childhood. I don't want to go do that again. Like,
when I think of Milwaukee's Best, I think of that time my uncle touched me.
Yeah, I just think
Milwaukee's Best right next to him.
They are attached to the worst stories, like just me fucking doing recklessly violent shit to people and pissing my pants,
dude.
And
yeah,
pissing on people and all kinds of crazy shit.
Kelly, Russell, and I were drinking Milwaukee's Best at Heritage Park one time, and Kelly and Russell started throwing chunks of mud at each other once they were done drinking. Yeah, chunks of mud, like straight up savages.
Oh my god, why? They might as well have just been shitting in their hands and throwing that at each other.
Correct.
They were one step removed from being chimps at the zoo.
Correct, dude. And to keep myself from being mud, like completely covered in mud.
I just left. I would have left them.
Nah,
in the woods.
I played the bitch card. I was like, you guys fucking hit me and there's no weed for nobody because I was supplying it that day. It's like nobody's smoking a fucking thing if I get hit with some mud, dude. I'm out. Gone.
I would have been Audi 5000. Fuck that, dude.
But it was fun to watch. It was fun to watch two drunk grown men just slide around some mud and throw them at each other. Like, what is happening?
Were they having a good time or were they pissed at each other?
They were having fun. It got pretty serious at the end after some mud got into Russell's ear.
Yeah, I bet. I can imagine Russell just losing his marbles at some point. I was like, so when does Russell fight Kelly at this story?
Yeah, when does he cross the line and start throwing punches?
Yeah, exactly. When does it go way too far and he's like pulls his brass knuckles and his knife out?
God damn.
Yeah, I don't know. Those back in the day times were fucking wild.
Yeah, they
just
really
getting
were.
Recklessly drunk. Oh, Matt Hayden, the guy, the murderer friend of mine or whatever that's in jail.
Shot his sister.
Shot his two sisters to death in Austin, and that kid lived, but his two sisters died in that minivan because he had voices. The dog was telling him to do it or some fucking stupid crazy shit.
Dad would never tell me to do some shit like that.
Yeah, he only tells me to kill my dad. Not my precious sister that I love, my fucking dad.
You can hear him too?
Of course I can. Of course I can, Luke. I gotta go though. Haven't you ever wondered why whenever you come over I keep everything wrapped, like anything blunt objects and fucking bubble wrap? I'm just nervous around you all the time, talking to your dog. What was I gonna say though? That dude. There was one time when I blacked out and I woke up and I was like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I looked down at my knuckles and I knew I had been in a fight because my knuckles were fucked, like just scabs all over them and bleeding still. And I was like, what did I do? And I'm like brown out remembering fighting with Matt. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? I can't get it together. And I go into the hallway because my head feels swollen and I look at myself and there's no, I don't have black eye. It didn't look like, it was just like alcohol bloat. So I was like, I guess I won whatever fight I got into. And then I call and I look at my flip phone and I pop it open and it's a message from Matt like, I understand if you don't want to be my friend anymore. And I was like, what the fuck? And I called Matt and he's like, yeah, you beat the shit out of me, fucking punched me in the head like 25 times. And I was like, why? And he was like, I don't know, you just like 1 minute you were drinking, next minute you were hitting me. So like if I did something, he's like apologizing to me for me.
Then he had to defend himself. Like, I'm so sorry I had to pull you down.
He didn't defend himself
like,
apparently.
okay.
I saw him later and I was like, oh no. I have done wrong.
Good Lord.
Yeah, I've done some fucking evil shit. I'm talking about, I'm 15 or 16, like drinking like a reckless adult.
No, I remember how dangerous you used to be as a drinker. Not that I ever personally saw it, but I definitely heard it. Like one of the first times I had ever like heard anything about you was, I got drunk with him and he pulled a knife, and I was like, what?
Yeah, I used to.
What?
I've stabbed some people.
Like I've never.
Not
Cody
that I can get in
Hunter?
trouble.
Okay, now I know who to not hang out with. Like.
I was a problem. I was
Right.
not a fucking happy-go-lucky kid. I was drinking all my problems away, which turns out makes you even more depressed and even more violent. And I would just carry weapons. This is why I don't own guns. It's the same reason I don't own guns and I don't have knives on me, because everybody assumes, I guess because of how I dress, that I'm like one of those dudes that always has a knife. And I was like, no, I go out of my way to never have weapons on me.
You do look
ever.
like a type of person who's got
For
some
sure,
sort
you
of
could ask
knife
him for a
on
knife, and he's got a huge one, and it's fucking
Hey
expensive.
man, you got a knife? Yeah, I got
For
a
sure, I
knife,
got
and it's like this
which
like
one,
gold
dude?
embroidered thing. It's got like some sort of like saying written
dude.
on it, and the knife could like probably split a small pebble in twain.
Yeah, there's
like-
a biker's iron cross on it. And
It's also brass knuckles at the same time. Like,
it's got a window breaker on the back in case I'm ever trapped in the river. Like, just the fucking one of those guys, an everyday carry, a fucking Jay Armstrong character.
Yeah, an everyday character. Just keep this with me in case
I
I
got
ever
my
need
letter
to
opener.
murder someone and break into a car at the same time.
Around my neck, this is the unfoldable fucking, the one that I can gut fish with. And then I've got one for, do you see these earrings? Fully functional knives also. Like,
And this is my whittle knife that I keep when I find a nice block of wood.
my boot knife, just
whittle.
in case I can only access my boot in a situation. It's just ridiculous how those people are. But yeah, shit like that is why I don't carry weapons on me, because I know that I'm an unstable person, so it's like I'm not as much anymore. Like, I still can be if people push me, but it takes a lot. Less when I'm drunk as fuck, but it takes a lot, I think, for me to get to that level with people now. And it used to just be like, you didn't have to do anything. I was just going to get violent, the end. And it was like, I hope you can fight, because I'm going to try to fight you.
It's like
And
Cody's
also,
here.
I don't feel pain, and I'll get back up if you knock me down.
It's like Cody's here and we're all drinking, and then everyone stops. It's
waiting.
a moment of silence, and then you just come in from another room like it's fighting time. Like
it'd be like just hanging out with a lit firecracker, knowing, like, watching the wick just slowly get it, like, for sure, but not
just when
being,
as you start swinging.
Yeah, the wick's invisible in this scenario. I was a powder keg of a child.
Just, everyone just got the peripheral, just corner eye on you, just once you start swinging.
Yeah, but
Who's
that
it gonna
dude
hit?
like apologized to me, I guess, because he wanted to still be friends, and I was like, I'm a piece of shit. Like, I felt bad for weeks.
Yeah.
I still feel bad, kind of, but then once you shoot your sisters to death, I'm like, I don't feel as bad anymore. But maybe stuff like that is what drove him to crazy. I don't know. Having shitty friends.
What
I
if
doubt
like
it.
your blow to the head was the thing
one
the
that
one
set
that
him over
did
the
it?
edge? Oh man, just carry that guilt
Just like,
in my heart
dang
for forever.
man, if I didn't just punch him in the back of the head, his sister's still be alive.
Oh man, that would be fucking crazy. I guess I'll just carry that guilt for the rest of forever. Thanks, Luke.
I love it.
I just keep that in my heart. Just wake up sweating in the middle of the night. Oh, Kayla. Oh God. Whatever the other one's name was. Austin. Their ghosts are talking to me. One less punch. Boo.
Why did you hit him?
Oh my fucking God. Yeah, that's horrible. I wonder if they still live over there. Can you imagine still living in the same house as your fucking kid shot your other kids to death in?
You have to.
There's
move.
no not moving.
There's no not.
I don't care how little money, how much debt you're in, how
Like,
inescapable.
nah, I like to park my Jeep Grand Cherokee over the bloodstain.
I'll be honest. I'd be moving to a fucking tent underneath a bridge because I would be on heroin and fucking drinking myself to death and doing everything I could to kill myself, like, except for actually doing it. If my kid shot my other kid and was in jail for, like, I saw his parents beg for his freedom, and he had already pleaded guilty.
His
and he got
parents begged
diagnosed
for
for
his freedom?
schizophrenia. Yeah. Do you want to see the video? It's dark.
You don't beg for what?
Yeah, they like not freedom, but leniency. The judge sentenced him to like 77 years, and appropriately so.
Yeah.
In fucking prison and shit like that. And he was like, "Well, he got diagnosed with schizophrenia," and he was like, "Yeah, but he's obviously a danger to our fucking."
Right. Like, he pulled out a gun, shot both of his sisters,
and another kid 10 times. He unloaded the clip and then pulled the pulled the fucking clip out,
Yeah.
reloaded it, kept shooting, emptied that clip, walked calmly to the front porch, sat down and waited for the cops to show up. And then they got there and he was like, I'm your man.
Danger.
Yeah, he is a fucking, he's a psychopath.
It's a threat, yeah.
But yeah, it's a fucking brutal video. Do you want to watch it?
I don't know.
It's kind of dark. Let's not.
Nah,
You don't want to go there?
Yeah, no.
Too
I
dark?
don't need that in my consciousness. I don't need to sleep on that tonight.
Yeah, dude, that shit was wild. I wonder what happened to him.
I don't know if I could. Oh, God, I'm not a parent, so I can't really put myself in their shoes.
I would kill
to say
myself.
Yeah, I feel like I'd be in the same boat as you. Like, if I had 3 kids
What
and
could you
one of
do?
them just, like, completely lost it and wasn't a human being anymore and then took the lives of my other children, and not only that, the person, my child who committed those sins is now in jail and gone for 77 years, like, I might as well check out. You know what I mean? It's
Well,
like
they got another
it's
son.
like-
I
it's
think
like
they have 2 other kids also.
Oh, they're crazy for starting again. Oh, wait, were they already around during the
Yeah, Matt's
incident?
brother James is older than him.
Oh, okay. That's
James
cool
is the
that
one
they
that
had
had to
younger
call
brothers to
911.
kind of start over then.
I guess.
Oh, wait. That kid's old enough to remember. That kid's going to grow up with some problems.
I don't know if he had a younger one or not, or a younger sister. It might have just been those 4. I don't know, but it might just be James left then. That would be fucking crazy. I don't know. Yeah, feel bad for him.
Yeah.
That's got to be a rough thing to walk to the backyard.
Nah, fuck that guy.
Oh, yeah, that would suck balls. Hopefully, I hope the best to you, James, if you're listening. Kind of disappeared. This is
Lord.
darkness. This is pure darkness. I want to get out. I
Let's
want to get
move
away
on.
from this.
So I got something wild and walking.
Sure,
So
what do you got?
Fucking Tobey Maguire. We all know him, right? Tobey.
The original Spider-Man.
fucking
OG
Maguire.
Spider-Boy.
Yeah, him. Yeah, you know what he just did recently?
Hopefully killed himself.
Hopefully. He sold 1 acre of land. I repeat, 1 acre of dirt. Not grass covered acre, dirt acre, for 10.75 milli.
Why? How?
Dude, check it out.
Hold on. What?
They've got pictures of it and everything. Look at the picture of this acre of land and tell me if you think that is worth 10.75 milli. Because I've seen it and there's no way I would ever. I wouldn't spend any money to own that acre of land.
$11 million sells an acre of dirt in Brentwood for $11 million.
Brentwood, listeners, being like one of the richest neighborhoods in like all of California.
Ah, fucking damn it! I gotta disable the ad blocker. Hold on. Sorry.
You're fine.
And it's trying to. The honey thing's popping up too. Fuck off! I just want to read the article. Tobey Maguire sells acre of dirt in Brentwood for $11 million.
Look at that. That's 11
What the
milli.
fuck is that? Hold on. Let me see if I get a bigger picture. What the fuck? It's next to his next to another house, because it's just showing you the image just shows you the highlighted acre.
Yeah, like if you look like right here, that is the driveway. You see what I mean? It continues. That's the driveway, and then that gate to the fence would be like the pathway to the front door.
Now, can you grow grass in this area? Because it's like California has a water thing, right?
I have no fucking idea.
You can only use so much water to. So what would you do? You could build shit on that property.
Put fucking fake grass.
I don't
on
know
there.
what kind of area Brentwood is though.
Fake
like,
grass. Oh, it's rich.
is it rich as fuck? Then it makes sense.
Rich.
They're gonna build a house there. Like that's what that's for, right? You own the land, and then you can build a house on the land, or you could build something on the land, or whatever.
Fucking A,
I don't know.
dude.
Let me see what the. Is it like. Land is a premium in Brentwood, but land values don't seem to be rising in the Tony Enclave. Just ask Tobey Maguire. Go ahead and you read it. I'm shitty at reading stuff.
The actor who starred in 3 Spider-Man movies sold an acre of dirt for 10.75 milli, according to Los Angeles Times. It's the second priciest deal for an undeveloped lot in LA this year, behind an $11.5 million deal in nearby Brentwood Park. But Maguire didn't get a big return on his investment for the land at 193 N Carmelina Avenue. He bought the property in 2008 for 10 milli and listed it a decade later for 14.25 milli. Maguire dropped the price to 11 million last year, the Times reported. David Offer of Fine Homes had the listing. The property once included a Monterey colonial-style home designed by architect John Byers.
All right, so it's not even crazy that
No, it's not.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but he bought it for $10 million, and then fucking sold it for only an extra. He got a profit of $1 million.
He probably made all
literally
the money
13 years later, and he's paid property tax on that expensive ass land for God knows for 12 years, right? Because you got to pay property tax on it. I'm sure the taxes are fucking outrageously high. He probably lost a fuckload of money. His property tax is probably fucking him up. He probably didn't. He didn't even make $1 million. I bet you he fucking he lost money on that transaction. Like there was a mistake for him to ever buy that property. Is what it seems like from reading this.
He got back basically what he spent for it, but I bet you
it's the property tax though. He's been paying that for 13 years. If he bought it in 2008, it's 2021. That's 12 years of property tax he's paid on it. He's lost money in that deal. I don't know what property tax would be in Brentwood for an acre of land, but I assume it ain't cheap. Yeah. If that piece of land costs you $11 million, I mean, government's going to want a chunk of that fucking money for anybody that can afford to live there, right?
Rob.
Plus, he's in a high income tax bracket, so yeah, they're going to steal from this motherfucker. He lost money on that deal. I bet you that shit cost him $4 million owning that piece of land for that long.
Yeah, but I bet you that $10 million is what he needed right now.
For sure.
When was the last time you seen Tony McGuire?
That's what I was just about to say. I bet he's been fucked up.
Can we look
money.
that up?
Yeah.
I feel like I actually seen him in an advertisement for something pretty recently.
Let me see. Let me just get rid of the acre part. Let's see what the fuck this motherfucker's been doing. I don't know dick about what the last thing that he was. Was it like that Predators movie?
He was in a Predators movie?
Unless I'm thinking of a different character.
I think you're thinking of a different character, bud.
The Great Gatsby. That's the last shit that he was in?
Good lord.
Damn, bro.
That was forever and a quarter ago, dude.
What the fuck happened to this man? Hold on.
Did he just get stupid money from Spider-Man? Was I'm just going to hang out and not do anything anymore? Oh,
Let's
wait.
see. He was in Tropic Thunder, Country Strong, Rock of Ages. He was in The Great Gatsby. There's a bunch of movies that he's been in, but they all suck. I've never heard of any of these.
Baby.
For sure, none of these were great fucking movies. Like Brittany Runs a Marathon. Yeah, these movies suck. All these
Violent
movies.
Heart.
What happened to dude?
This movie was amazing.
Tobey Maguire was in this movie. And
he was in this movie.
The name of the characters that they put up on here are Taraji Henson and Sam Rockwell.
He must have been one of the racist whites in the movie then.
What was this about? The Best of Enemies? What's it about? American drama. Debut film. Oh, it focuses on the rivalry between the... Did you hear how I just said rivalry? Rivalry. Am I having a fucking stroke? What's wrong with my mouth right now? Rivalry. Get it out, stupid. Between civil rights activist Ann Atwater and Ku Klux Klan leader C.P. Ellis. All right. This is a good one, though?
It's a good movie.
You know what I just watched? It was on the fucking Netflix Black Lives Matter collection, is what they said. It was this fucking... what's it called? Something Strangers. I just watched it today. It was phenomenal. It was this hold on, Strangers, Black Lives Matter. Type that in and see what comes up. I'll have you read the premise of it. Two Distant Strangers, that's what it's called. Have you seen that on Netflix? It's a 30-minute film.
30 minutes, really?
Yeah, it's very worth a watch. Yeah. This was a fucking great movie. It was really interesting. I liked the premise. It was basically Groundhog's Day, but what if you were...
Joey Badass is in this?
Yeah, he plays the main character.
Oh, dude, he's an amazing rapper.
And he's a great actor, too.
Have you heard his music before?
Yeah, of course I've heard Joey Badass.
He's amazing.
Yeah, we play it at work. I don't play it. Scott plays it at work all the time.
Dude, he keeps, in my opinion, the 90s and the boom bap alive.
He's great.
In my opinion. He's amazing.
Yeah, the fucking read the premise. It's
Okay.
Groundhog's Day, but if you were getting murdered by a cop as a black man,
Which sounds
every
so
single
fucking nightmarish. Holy
It's crazy.
fuck.
And the cop is he's basically Satan. You figure out
he's
by the
gunning for this
end of the
black
movie.
man? Oh, okay.
It's Groundhog's Day, but no matter what he does, he's going to get killed by the police. And it's a whole... They kind of shove the point right in your face, but it seems like it makes sense as to why they were doing it in the end. They have Breonna Taylor and George Floyd, all the fucking black people murdered by the police, basically. Yeah. And the fucking... I don't know. The way that they conveyed their point was pretty good.
It's no matter how he's supposed to handle the situation, it's still going to happen because of hate.
Yeah.
Okay, so... Two Distant Strangers is a 2020 American short film by Trevin Free and directed by Free and Martin Desmond Rowe. The film examines the deaths of black Americans during encounters with police through the eyes of a character trapped in a time loop that keeps ending in his death. Two Distant Strangers won the award for Best Live Action Short Film at the 93rd Academy Awards. Basketball players Kevin Durant and Mike Conley Jr. also were part of the film as executive producers.
Yeah, I mean, you get the idea. It's you just should watch that movie. I can't tell you too much about it.
Yeah, I'm for sure gonna check this out.
Joey Badass is a good. I didn't realize that's who that was because I didn't see the name of the characters on the Netflix thing.
Yeah.
I was just like, it was in my list because I read the premise and I was like, that's interesting. Let's see what this is about.
Listeners, if you like good rap, check out Joey Badass.
Yeah, Joey Badass is solid. And also, if there's racist listeners out there, first off, go fuck yourself.
Fuck you, and I hope you die.
But I
hope you watch you lose everything you love in front of you. I
people,
hope your southern fucking flag gets used as toilet paper, bruh. I hate you.
But
so
also,
much.
don't watch this movie because I don't want you masturbating like just furiously to this guy dying over and over again, getting shot by the police.
Yeah, because I'm gonna masturbate furiously when you die, you racist
At your
fuck.
funeral?
Yeah, I'm gonna come all over your corpse and all your fucking Ku Klux Klan members' fucking cheat uniforms, dude. They won't even know it. They'll just be like, "Why am I wet all of a sudden? Why's my fucking? It's sticky, dude."
You think that all their Klan brothers are gonna let you just beat meat at their funeral?
I don't care what they will or will not have. I'm fucking.
They're all closeted
all
homosexuals, so they will get a boner.
They're not touching me. I'll just come on the corpse and then I'll smear myself with whatever I have left, oozing out the tip, and like, touch me, dare you.
Yeah, they don't own guns. None of those guys own guns.
Yeah, no way.
In Alabama.
You think I'm easily faster than a gun?
By minutes.
By minutes.
Oh man, what the fuck? Yeah, that's a fucking solid watch. Have you seen anything recently that you enjoyed?
I finally watched MK.
What is that?
Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah, let's talk about this.
I finally watched it.
Garbage, right? At least confirm that it's garbage.
I wouldn't say it's entirely
pure trash.
garbage.
What are you talking about? Hold on a second.
I wouldn't say it's entirely
100% trash. There's no good part of this movie. I'll say that for sure.
There's for sure enjoyable parts.
The opening of the movie, and if they would have stayed on that the whole time, I would have enjoyed the shit out of the movie. But the fact that they did what they did after that great opening was what made me hate it even more.
It's kind of watching it. I was like, I understand some of the complaints, but also I don't understand how you ever thought you had the ground to say that the older versions were better.
For sure. Did you rewatch 95 Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
You rewatched it.
It's fucking ass.
It's way better than that pile of dog shit movie. And I'll tell you why.
Strongly.
Because who the fuck made it? You have no idea, right? Never a company that's ever made a movie before or ever made a movie again. Name one of the actors in the movie. You can't, can you? There's fucking no one. You know who made this one? Fucking HBO made it. You know, the one that's been around for like 30 fucking years that has produced like the highest levels of the most expensive, best written fucking television that you've seen for the last couple decades. They came out with Sopranos, Oz, fucking Game of Thrones was on HBO.
Right.
They had fucking Chernobyl as a miniseries. These motherfuckers were putting out crazy shit for forever, and that's what HBO's money gives you. The fact that it's on par dialogue wise as the 95 one makes me want to throw up. Yeah, are the graphics better? 1,000% they are, because it's 2021. It's 30 fucking years later. If they weren't, how the fuck is it possible? Even you could make it on your iPhone in your basement for $1,000 and be better than the 95 one, of course, because the technology is readily available for fucking everybody. So it is infuriating that their dialogue is that on the exact same level. Tell me that dialogue was good. Why to my face? Was anything said in that movie at all not a corny fucking smack your whole hand into your face? And then they tried to sprinkle fucks in on top of it. They tried to say fuck, and that was like, oh, it's cool now because they can say fuck and there's more blood. No, it's not. You just made it corny and you put the F word in it. Who gives a fuck?
It was all right. Now I'm gonna start talking. Like, I understand you don't like it and you're just gonna keep ranting like you did the last episode about it. So I'm gonna start my turn now.
All right.
Now.
Interruption.
It was weird that watching it, it kind of felt like the entirety of the movie was smashed together between 3 different platforms because the level of acting varied between all of the actors and actresses. Like, to me, every time I saw Kano on screen or Sonya Blade on screen or the shit-ass Cole Young on screen, I was like, oh, this is a YouTube original. Because, like, that was the level of acting that those 3 actors in my opinion, brought to the table was YouTube Red original acting.
Thank you.
And it was ass. But then especially Jax. Jax is looped in there too. But like when Kung Lao was on screen, when Liu Kang was on screen, I was like, all right, this is a B-level movie with some B-level acting.
Can I interrupt?
And stuff.
It's because you're attracted to Asian men. I'll keep going. That's the only you're giving them a pass because they're hot
And
Asian
then
dudes.
Shang Tsung didn't really look like Shang Tsung, and I don't think they ever called him Shang Tsung in the entire film. But I liked him. I liked his acting. I wish I got more Cabal from like the few scenes that Cabal was in. I was like, I really like Cabal. I like the choices of the roster characters that they brought in for this movie, both villain and good guy.
You know what bothered me about Melina?
The Easter eggs that they hid in the like investigation shot. Like there was Kotal Khan was in the picture as like a Mayan statue and everything. Like I really like that stuff. I didn't like the Arcana thing, but when it was explained. Like, when I heard about the Arcana, and you were telling me that, like, they got to unlock their powers, and Jax's powers is, like, metal arms. I still don't like Jax's thing, but the fact that it's kind of explaining, like, these people only have these powers because they're part of the tournament, I kind of like how they explain it that way. That's kind of cool.
But did they have to explain it? Is
No.
my thing. Why couldn't they just
They
have
didn't.
powers from the jump?
They didn't, yeah.
You don't need to give me a backstory for all these characters.
Yeah.
They're trying to, because you
completely
just
agree.
named all those fucking characters, and now we got to give the backstory to every single. No, you don't have to do that. Just introduce me to the characters, and I'll just live in the world that you're painting. Like, you don't have to show me their fucking childhood and how they grew up and fucking their whole story, and show me from the beginning why they've got. Just assume that I understand it's a Mortal Kombat movie. They're gonna have powers. I don't need to understand why. It doesn't need to make any fucking sense. Just show it to me, and I'll have a better time than them having to come up with some shit ass explanation for why it's there. I don't care about the explanation. I care about the fucking.
I like the
Mortal Kombat
fatalities.
violence.
The fatalities were pretty fun. I thought the fights were cool.
What about the last one? What about the last fatality?
The last one was between Sub-Zero and that one was ass.
That one was butt. That one was
ass.
the most butt.
I did like that the moves that Sub-Zero used against Scorpion in the fight. Most of them were all moves that you had seen in Mortal Kombat 11. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of fatalities that are actually in Mortal Kombat 11, like Kung Lao's
the hat through the fucking pussy all the way to the face or
yeah,
whatever.
Kung Lao's fatality, that one's in 11. That was amazing. When I saw that, I was like, no, he's not. No, he's not. And he did. I was like, that was amazing.
That was
fucking awesome. Kung Lao stole the whole fight's segment in that area when they came to their area. Kung Lao stole the whole scene. And yeah, I don't know.
I like that they made Raiden Asian.
Definitely some hits. Yeah, I do like that they made Raiden finally Asian. But there was definitely some misses. I think with everyone's critiques, and I'm positive they'll get a sequel. I'm sure they'll make the actual tournament a lot better.
There was no tournament. What tournament?
No, they're building up. They're building up to it.
It's called Mortal Kombat. It's about the Mortal Kombat
No, you're not even
tournament.
paying attention to the story. The story was obviously setting up a trilogy. You can't just have. If you were to start the tournament in episode 1, that tournament's over by the second one. Then what's the third one going to have? It's going to have nothing. The first one is the setup. The second one is going to be the tournament. The first one made it very clear that they had said the tournament's coming, and that these people, the sorcerers, Shang Tsung and the others, were operating outside of the rules so they could win early. They already made it clear that the tournament wasn't happening yet, but it did exist.
Well, that's butt cheeks, and I'll tell you why. Because it's a fucking Mortal Kombat movie, my dude. Build it up in 30 minutes, and then give me the tournament that I paid to see.
All right, and then when it gets millions of dollars and you got exactly what you want and a sequel is supposed to happen, what are you going to write then?
Figure it out. You have millions of dollars and a team of writers and fucking, like,
I think they figured it out.
15 video games.
I think they figured it
out. And they did it wrong. I'm not the only one that thinks that. You don't even really like it. You're just like playing devil's advocate and pointing out the smallest of shit.
I do
that
like
was
some
good
of the
about
stuff.
it. But do you like the movie as a whole?
I would watch it again.
You would watch it again?
I would watch it again.
Fuck that movie. I don't think I'd ever watch it. Maybe when the second one comes out, just to laugh at it again. But I hope they do another one. They do it better. I don't want them to not do it. But like, tell me that Cole died of AIDS in the very fucking first 2 minutes.
I want Cole
Let this
to die
man
really
get
fast.
hit by a train and his armor doesn't work for whatever reason, and he dies.
Cole lost every single fight he was a part of in that movie.
Hated him.
Cole didn't succeed or have a victorious moment in the entire movie, which I thought was going to be his whole arc. That he was a shit ass fighter in the beginning, and by the end he was going to have like overcome it and like
no,
beat
they
ass.
gave him bulletproof armor because he sucks.
Yeah, they gave him bulletproof armor because he gets his ass beat.
That's hilarious to me. I'm like, your superpower comes from the fact that you're a fucking
shit.
puss box.
Yeah.
You are a straight.
But the tonfas were ill. If only he used them right, bro. Everything else was awesome.
He had it spun around
like,
the wrong direction.
Visually, no. You're supposed to hold them backhanded like that. But like, because it's supposed to like catch them off guard when you spin it sideways and then knock them on the side of the dome. But like it aesthetically, Cole looked awesome. Was he awesome? Not even a little
What
bit.
looked awesome about him? He didn't have
like,
a cool haircut.
He had like the black kung fu pants and the kung fu shoes with the red belt and then the gold body armor with the dragon design on it with tonfas. In my head, that's a badass kung fu looking artist or like character design.
I guess it would have been fucking great if they would have just thrown in some people that I really care. Like if they had
they should have just made the main
Cyrax
character
and Sector.
Kung Lao.
That would have been great if they would have fucking somehow creeped in the. I love those androids. There's something about robots that I just love. And then fucking if they would have creeped like or Noob Saibot, they did something like that.
I think they're setting that up.
If
for
the
Lin
Kuei
sequels.
was a clan that I got to meet, I would like that more.
I think they're setting it up. I think they're going to expand on it.
I wish that Sub-Zero was the good guy because I always viewed Sub-Zero's story as if he was the good guy.
Same.
And that he got fucked over by Shang Tsung, and so did Scorpion, obviously, and then Scorpion's hell-bent on revenge, which he is in the movie, but somehow Scorpion's the good guy? He's like a demon from hell now in all the games, and he's like a pawn of Shang Tsung's that's been resurrected by Quan Chi, and he's the good guy. What the fuck are you talking about, Mortal Kombat? I don't like that spin at all. That sucks. I don't want to fucking root against Sub-Zero. I've always liked Sub-Zero. You like Scorpion as a bad guy. You like him as a bad guy. You don't like him as a good guy.
I'm thinking maybe if they're smart, they won't do this. But what if like because Bihan was supposed to be the first one that dies and becomes the Noob Saibot, and his brother steps into the role and the leader of the Lin Kuei and tries to like continuously for a while get his brother back. Sub-Zero's armor in this movie already looked like smokes. Like when I saw it the first time when he was walking from behind, I was like, "Is that Noob Saibot?" Like I didn't see any blue. It was already black. The shoulders were very like Noob Saibotted out already, especially the face mask and everything. Like it seemed very newbie to me already. So maybe what if like the first one it's the setup for Scorpion's family and stuff. The second one is the setup for the Lin Kuei and Sub-Zero side.
Okay.
And then the third one where the tournament pops off, we got the descendant of Scorpion, we got the descendant of Sub-Zero, and they meet in the fucking tournament to do that shit out.
You know what they didn't explain? How Sub-Zero gets to live for like 300, 400 years. And you know what? I didn't mind that. Don't explain it to me. I'll make my own shit up, and then like I'll theorize as a fan about it.
Yeah.
Same way they should have done all the other shit in that movie. Don't tell me.
Yeah, I don't know why I needed to see Jax lose his arms and then get little baby robot arms.
Just have him show up as Jax, the Jax character that I know.
Tell me
never
this
tell
wouldn't
me
have
why.
been. Tell me this wouldn't have been a cooler way to do Jax, right? So we got Jax the way he happened in the movie. Now imagine if they did him this. Jax already big ripped black guy from the military, already got metal arms, right? He's still got the same story. Sony said, we were looking for this dude. Jax beat his ass. Things went south. He killed him, and now he's got this mark. They go to the training. They're all training to get their powers, and Jax is like training hard as well, but he's beating everyone's ass. And they're like, what's his arcana? He's like, I don't fucking need it. You know what I mean? Because he's already got the metal arms, and he's just beating people's asses. Like that would have been like the funny nod, or just like go to like Jax is the man. You know what I mean? He doesn't fucking need fireballs and stuff like that. Like,
right.
He's got his metal arms and a badass. It would have been amazing. Right. But no, they didn't do that.
And I don't need a backstory for how Sonya figured out the tournament. Just
Right.
Just tell me about the tournament, and these are what the we don't have time to explain it. And then I'll just, like, go along with you, and I'll make the rest up in my fan mind. That's what I'm here as a fan to do, is to theorize, because that's shit that we like to do. Don't show me the beginning. I don't need to see it. I like the beginning with the fucking Sub-Zero Scorpion thing. That shit was dope.
It was amazing.
And if they would have just kept it going for another hour and a half, and then it would have been a perfect movie, and then the next one could have been about all the other characters. Yeah. But, like, they just did so many things that I fucking hated.
Also, was I crazy?
Mistakes.
Was I crazy in thinking that they had showed Scorpion's his son performing ice kata against Sub-Zero in the beginning?
I don't know.
Because, like, Sub-Zero gets on his knees after coming into the house, and he reaches his hand out, and then Scorpion's son steps away from his mother and does this. And then ice appears on Sub-Zero's hand, and he starts to bleed from where it's cracking and stuff. So I was like, hold on. Is Scorpion's son, like, doing this? Like, what's happening?
No, I think that was just him flexing on them. Like, after that kid did that, and he was like, oh, okay. And he, like, does the ice thing.
In my head, it was like the kid did that to him, and he was like, now I can make it bigger. And then, like, amplified it or something like that.
No, I think that he was just...
It was freaking me out. I was like, what are they doing here? Like, is he going to take the son? Like, what's going on?
And then to introduce it, they're like, we're going to take this girl, and then Raiden takes her, and then we'll carry on the bloodline. I'm like, wait, is Raiden just fucking Scorpion's fail? He's like,
I've always wanted to do this.
Yeah, just waits until the girl's like 13 and just impregnates her.
It has to oh wait, no, like his daughter. It
has to continue.
No, his daughter grows up. She's a fucking uggo. No one's wanting to smash, and Raiden's like, for the sake of the bloodline, for the sake of the bloodline, for the sake, just.
And there's another scene of him just jacking off next to a turkey baster. Well, that didn't work, but I got another way to get this done.
God damn it!
Just jerks it into a bowl and fills the turkey baster.
To keep going.
Right inside of her. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what they were implying by that. I was like, is he going to fuck the baby now? Like, is that how... And then we get the Cole. I didn't like that Cole was a shitty fighter the whole time. I hated that.
Yeah.
I fucking hated it.
Yeah.
And I wanted him to win.
Especially, I didn't understand this, where, like, the bald guy who immediately comes into the room is like, oh, you here to fight again and lose, you cocksucker? You know, like...
You fucking piece of shit.
Basically talking shit to him, to his face the whole time. Like, not an ounce of respect. Just like, yeah, you're going to go out there and lose? Yeah, you a fighter? Yeah, a fighter means attacking and blocking. You don't do either of those. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he fucking comes at his neck, and at one point...
Guy's a fucking prick to him the whole time.
Right, and at one point, someone goes like, Cole Young... The badass fighter who was world champion at so-and-so and beat so-and-so's ass, and he's like, I'm not that guy anymore. It's like, what happened?
Yeah,
what turned you that way? Like,
you're like 23.
Did you tear your ACL? Like,
yeah,
what happened?
Also, you're 23. What do you mean you're not that guy anymore? What other guys have you been?
Like,
you were barely a guy yet.
No, he's like the anime main character where he's like 30. He's like 8 feet tall, ripped as fuck. But I'm 16. I'm not that person anymore. Like,
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure type shit.
Right, you know what I mean? Like, I've lived that life before. It's behind me. You just graduated yesterday.
What are you talking about? You've been a man for 2 years. Settle all the way the fuck down for me. All right, now regroup. What?
Yeah, man. But I thought it was fun. Yeah, that's my review of MK. That's what I had seen recently.
It just made me upset the whole time. And I had zero expectations about it at all. I knew it was probably going to suck, and I was fine with that because Sean even said it sucks is what I hear, but like the action's on point is also what I hear. And I was like, as long as the action's on point, and the rest of it sucks so hard that I just couldn't get into the action, and they just did the wrong things too consistently, and they spent too much time just figuring out bits of a story that I didn't give a fuck about, and just doing everything in a way that I'm like, wouldn't anybody in the writer's room be like, this idea sucks? Like, is everybody that scared of losing their job? Well, the graphs and statistics show that fans actually like to see a backstory. Yeah, eventually as a prequel they do. You could say next time, instead of being a fucking, have some goddamn integrity, fucking make a decent movie.
You know, no one in that writer's room played a single game.
Ah, man, they were just trying to get paid. They were smoking weed. They were like, who gives a fuck about Mortal Kombat? I don't know. That movie sucked dicks. I don't think I could ever go ever again. We got time for one more topic, then we're going to switch over to the Patreon. What do you want? What do you got? Let's do one of yours.
One of mine?
Yeah, what do you got? You got something you want to save yours for Patreon?
So I fucking this one's good to close out on. So Juggalo Fetty, David Fetty, we all know Juggalo David Fetty listeners. We had him on the show
Shout
with
out.
Lucia.
Whoop, whoop.
Shout out, whoop whoop, family. So the lady and I, we did our Longhorn date again. Except this time we drove up
Why do you keep going to Longhorn? Go to a different steakhouse.
We will.
There's so many others. Why are you going to just Longhorn?
Because it's cheap and fun.
Oh, Fetty works there and gets you the discount?
Well, this is the first time we've gone to go see Fetty. And
okay.
he did get us the discount. But
all right, I'll keep going.
It was my first time going there to actually eat from Fetty. And we did it as a date. And we go and we sit down, and he comes out and he says hi, what's up to us, and he tells us like what steaks he's cooking for the night because he only deals with certain ones. He's dealing with the fillet, the T-bone, and something else. I don't remember.
New York strip.
Or no,
sirloin.
No, it wasn't. It was sirloin. And so I'm like, I'll get the fillet. She says she'll get the same. We order it. It comes out. He comes out just before we start cutting into it. He tells us to enjoy. He walks away before we start eating. It was really, really good for a Longhorn Steakhouse. I know you're thinking in the back of your head, but it was really, really good.
I mean,
he did a great fucking job.
Can't fuck up doing steaks.
It was delicious.
I mean, you can just get better quality steaks and better restaurant experiences in general.
Yeah.
But like, it's not like it's gonna be shitty at Longhorn. They're not unless they cook it wrong. But I mean, if your boy's working back there and you know that he got your ticket and fucking, he's not going to fuck it up. Like, I'm not saying don't go to Longhorn ever. I'm saying go try something different out that isn't a chain.
We will.
Try out a spot. Take
I'm
her
just
to
saying
the
it was
precinct.
nice to actually go. We will. I'm wanting to go to an actual one.
Go to
for
the
our
precinct.
2-year.
It's a good one. Or you could like go somewhere downtown. There's a bunch of really good ones. I'll get Third Main's a great one.
We're going to be going to
go to Third
the
Main.
Brazilian steakhouse here soon.
Buona Brasa, or you going the one in Cincinnati?
Liberty. The one in Liberty.
Okay, I don't know which one that is, but there was one in downtown that's Buona Brasa, and then I forget the one up in fucking Columbus that I went to. That one was great though. That's fantastic. Do you know the concept, how it works?
Yeah, you sit down and you have a table. It's like or a card at your table. It's green or red. Green is like bring me the steaks.
Yeah, ours was like a block, and one's green, one's red, and you flip it up. And dudes in fucking cowboy boots walk around with like leather fucking. They've got these big ass like leather aprons on, and they just like have swords, just shish kebabs full of meat, and they just tell you like, stop me anytime. What kind of cut do you like? Medium rare, you like this. They tell you what this one's a garlic fucking steak, and this one they grilled pineapple, and they just keep it coming. As long as it's green, the next guy in the fucking rotation, because there'll be like 8 of these dudes, right? And then they all keep going to the kitchen to get a new skewer and bring it out to the table and cut it fresh, and it's fucking sizzling hot. They'll bring you as many times as you'll fucking keep it green. Flip, and it's a flat fee, so like whatever you pay for that fee is your one and done for food. So go in there hungry, because it's not going to get more expensive if you clear them out. If you eat all the food, like you get bananas high, you're not going to pay more money. The only thing you're paying more for is the fucking drink. So it's a good deal if you're a hungry boy and you can put a lot of meat down. And I definitely put a lot of fucking meat down.
Yeah.
You get full fast though, because there's only so much meat some people can eat. But man, I fucking ate a dickload. Like they had some good ass food up there.
It's the concept is just so beautiful to me.
It's phenomenal. Yeah, it's a really good. It's a really good place to eat. I don't know. I've never been to any one except for the one up in Columbus. I wanted to go to Buona Brasa, but one in Columbus that I went up to is it was pretty good. And it's like a famous spot. Like there's every celebrity that comes through Columbus goes and eats there, and they take their picture, and they look fucking stupid, and they hang it on the wall. But yeah, that was a great time. What were you going to tell me about Longhorn?
No, my point of it was it was really cool to like eat from a friend. Like I have friends like you who are in the food industry, but I've never gone to eat anything that you have personally made.
Come out.
And it was nice to have something that he had personally made before.
Take your girlfriend to Dilly.
Okay. We'll do that.
Come out to Dilly sometime. It's a good place to eat.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've got all kinds of good food up there.
You got steak.
There's no steak. There's no steak.
Is there meat?
My boss won't put it on the menu. I don't fucking know why.
What?
Because he puts steak on the menu, and then people there don't buy it usually. So our reserves of steak end up going bad, and then he's just like, I don't want to waste money on fucking steak. We've had a couple cuts that we had. We had a picanha cut. It's a sirloin cap is what they call it, or a picanha if you're from fucking Brazil. We did a steak tagliatelle where we cut the steak as it's served, so like you get it already pre-cut, and then it had a chimichurri and some good ass onion straws, and like we'd serve it with polenta with mushrooms in it and fucking like garlic oil. Yeah. It was great, but yeah, I don't know. And it had broccolini with cherry tomatoes that have been blistered. It was a really good steak dish. And the pandemic hit. We had to take it off our menu. So we don't have it anymore. It sucks.
Damn.
I wish that we had steaks more often. We got like ribs and fucking a bunch of different fish entrees and like wings and burgers and fucking basic shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. There isn't. Our menu's not super diverse anymore. But yeah, it's a fucking.
I'm down for it.
Jack and Haley and Chrissy went
I know
up there.
she'll probably get some ribs. She loves ribs. Her dad makes amazing ribs.
Our ribs aren't the best.
Oh, really?
We get pre-sous vide ribs, and it pisses me off. I'm like, why do you get already cooked ribs? We could He's like, because it's dumb cheap. And I was like, yeah, but like, why don't we just get like fucking mashed potatoes that are pre-frozen? It's dumb cheap too. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing with the sous vide ribs bullshit? I want to make my own fucking ribs.
Cutting corners.
He's like, oh, you want to prep it? No. But I don't know. I'm bitching about it, but meanwhile, our staff is desperate for fucking more live body. If you're listening and you want to come work with me, Dilly, go put in an application for the kitchen. Like, we need people on deli. We need warm bodies. I don't care if, like, we're getting so desperate. I made the joke where it was just like, I don't care if you're an active serial murderer. Come on in. Oh, face tattoos and felonies? Come on in. I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, hit me up. Like, we need people in that kitchen because it's getting fucking extreme.
Manfredo, bro, we need you.
Anybody that wants to work for Dilly for fucking, I don't know, if you need kitchen work, come fucking in. Please God, apply at Dilly. Yeah, I don't know. Jack and fucking Haley and Chrissy all went in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I paid for their meal, and they were like, fuck you for paying for our food, and I was like, whatever, come in and fucking eat. I'm gonna treat my friends right and shit like that, or I'll hook you up. Like if you come in, I'll hook you up with something. But yeah, anytime. Yeah, I like it when people come and fucking eat the restaurant. Everything's, except for the fucking pre-sous vide ribs. We make everything from scratch. Like, all of our dressings from scratch, all of our fucking, like, anything that we prep in-house, it's all us. Like, every bit of it is all us. So, like, coming in fucking support Dilly. Oh, yeah, was there any more to your story other than you've never eaten? I've made you chicken tikka masala before.
Oh, yeah, that's
You ate 2 bites, and you're like, it's interesting.
No,
and
it was interesting,
set
but
it down and let it
I've
die.
never had, like, anything like that before. It was definitely outside of my palate, but it was good.
You're not Indian food, dude, I imagine.
I can't really say I've had too much Indian food.
Fair enough. We're at an hour. Do you want to switch over to the Patreon?
Yeah, we'll wrap this up.
This episode, as all episodes, is sponsored by the incredible, the amazing, the talented, the long dick wizard, Anthony Tank Mansfield. If you want to check out Mansfield's incredible line of beer glasses, artwork, T-shirts, and enamel pins, go and follow him over at Neil to No One, KNEELTONOONE. On Instagram, Facebook, or type a .com after that and go to his website to order his glassware. He's got a brand new slime green Hop Thulu limited to 70. I don't know how many sold so far, but there's only 70 of them, and people have been buying them, so fucking get them while they last. Limited edition shit. It looks great. It's all the beer glasses that I've got from Mansfield, none of the designs have ever faded in the dishwasher. The shit doesn't come off. Like, I hand wash all my shit and scrub the inside and out. Nothing. It's never... I've had one of my glasses for like 2 years now, and I use it regularly. No, the design has never faded, so... go and buy some of his shit. It's going to last you forever. It's going to look cool inside of your cabinets. He's a fucking great dude. He's doing 6 bomb boards again with fucking Jamie Filer and Danny Gamble and Justin 3000 Stewart and I think Eamon Hill. I'm not sure. And they go out and do these live bomb board events. They set up these 6-foot boards and they give them a topic and they draw shit. Now that everybody's getting vaccinated and everything's opening back up, I'm sure there'll be events. So follow 6 bomb boards online and you can go out there and participate. You can go out there and draw on one of the bomb boards and like have a good ass time. It's usually at like a facility you can have adult beverages at. So get a little drunk, fucking paint you a couple pictures, have a good ass time. Check out his podcast, What You Into. I just did an episode. Luke's done it. Our former host Patrick has done it before. It's a great podcast. People that we've had on the show, Jamie Filer, fucking Nick Lavin, Danny Gamble, people that you know from our show have done it. It's a podcast all about people's hobbies, what they're into. I had a great time. I talked about comedy because, like, I don't know, I guess it's a collection show, but watching comedy is my hobby, and I know more about comedy than most of my fucking nerd-ass friends, so if I'm going to nerd out about something, it better be something that's real in my wheelhouse that I can actually talk about. So we had a good discussion about comedy. It's a fucking great show. Go and check that shit out. Luke, the next one.
We are also sponsored by Scarlet Vape and Smoke Shop. You guys already know. If you want quality, and I'm talking about premium, top-of-the-line, heady glassware, for your smokage, for your herbage, for your grass, your stinky cheese, you want to go to Scarlet Vape and Smoke Shop. I'm not playing around. Also, if you have any kratom needs, they've got you covered. Scarlet Vape and Smoke Shop has the best products for the cheapest prices.
Delta 9.
You can't get, and Delta 9.
Delta
They have
8.
Delta 8, Delta whatever.
It's called.
Delta something. It gets you high. It's a good time.
Yeah, and it's legal.
And it's completely legal. The boys can't do shit about it. You can spit in their face if they try to pull you over for it. Though I wouldn't recommend it. You can
blow the smoke right in their face. You could break into their home and blow Delta 8 smoke in their face, and they won't arrest you for the weed.
And I encourage you to do it. It's like, no.
And so does Scarlet Vape and Smoke. No, I'm kidding. They don't do that, and you shouldn't do that. We're kidding.
But if you want to go ahead and get some nice pieces, a nice bowl, nice bong, a nice vape kit, little grinder, something, dab rig, go on over to Scarlet Vape and Smoke Shop at 11424 Montgomery Road, Cincinnati, Ohio, 45249. Or you can head on over to 937 Monmouth Street, Newport, Kentucky, 41071. And tell them you're a bastard, and you'll get fucking 15% off, dude. It's something you can't beat.
They've been on our show before. They're good dudes.
They're great dudes.
And, yeah, I mean, they sponsor every single, even after Pat left, and he's the one that got the sponsorship. So thank you guys so much for fucking continuing the sponsorship and supporting our show. We love them, and we hope that you guys love their products. Do they have a website, Luke?
I'm pretty certain they do. But
put this in your ad read, buddy.
Put it in your. We've never done it before.
We used to do it every time.
Shop. That's not true.
It's true because remember back in the day when I pulled up the website and I would scroll through pictures while the ad read was going for the video.
Yeah, we may have looked on the website, but I don't know if we ever advertised it in our reads.
Did.
Oh, whatever. He's lying. But they have.
I'm not lying.
Go to scarletsmokeshop.com and yeah, you can check out what they have in store.
Yeah, if you're, you're scared of the COVID still, fucking, you're not all vaxxed up yet.
Buy the shits online.
Buy the shit online. Go and check it out.
Be smart. Don't be a dweeb.
Dark Mountain Cult, that's Patrick Sada's fucking art company. He's putting out cool designs. He's got prints constantly. He's always making really cool art. I love you, Pat. I love you to death. I hope that you, I wish you continued success in everything that you do. And it looks like people are getting a shit tattooed on him, and he's got these prints coming out. It's all quality art. Go and check out Dark Mountain Cult. That's just he doesn't sponsor the show, doesn't give us any money to say it. I just love Pat, so I'm going to fucking shout him out for years of being on the podcast and being a good friend of mine. Shit. Thank you, Pat. And go buy stuff. He's a good dude. He's your local artist. Fucking support him. He's our boy still. Right, Luke?
Yeah.
Right, Luke?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
100%.
Oh my God, Luke. Jesus. Why are you doing the hand sign over your neck? Like
I'm not
cutting my head off and
putting words in my
You're yelling at me with your eyes right now.
My mouth. That's not true.
I'm sorry, I can't read lips. Go fuck yourself. Fucking hate you, Cody. Why are you saying that? I thought isn't he your friend still?
Always and forever.
Go check out Pat. I'm just fucking with Luke. I'm just breaking Luke's balls super hard right now. Yeah, fucking Pat's awesome. What else? You got any shout outs? Anybody that you love?
Me. Shout out Luke. You're a badass. You're keeping things going. You're trying hard. I see that. I recognize it. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And keep kicking
Fuck
ass.
Yeah. Everybody check out Luke Young.
Everybody check out Luke Young. He's pretty
Good
cool.
luck getting him to reply to you. If you're me, you'll probably get a text message the day of the podcast, 10 minutes before the podcast starts.
Well, if you're also like Cody, send me something worth replying to, and I might reply.
Hey, can you post the episode? And you'll be like, not worth replying to or doing.
All right, if we're going to be
doing.
barefaced about it, he said, don't share the episode until I get you a Photoshop. And
when did I get you the Photoshop?
3 days after you sent that message.
It wasn't 3 days.
You got it to me like yesterday.
Yeah, the day after the podcast comes out, I got it to you. So you can make the post like whenever, any fucking day now,
You
Luke.
sent the post Monday at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, and now it's how many hours later?
It's how many hours later? Oh, I hope you die.
If you say the hours instead of not even a full day, it actually feels like more time than it is. Luke, it's been 18 hours. 18,
Jesus
folks.
Jesus Christ.
A full 18 hours, okay?
Oh, I'm going to kill myself.
Part of that he might have been asleep during, 8 hours of which, and then another 8 hours he might have been at work, and then he may have been driving to me and then doing a podcast with me for most of that time.
Yeah.
But there was a 20-minute window in there where he could have done it.
Hey, you guys. If you guys want to hear more, fucking
check out
our Patreon.
Yeah, check out Delightfully Macabre. Check them out. They're cool. Check out Danny Gamble's podcast, All City. Go All City. That's why you gotta drink the beer, not the water. And then it's God punishing you. It's God punishing you for being gay. And then who else? All City, and fucking go get a tattoo from Nick Glavin, and go get a tattoo from Bobby Bronson, and go get a tattoo from my girlfriend Chrissy Ungrew, and a tattoo from Haley Christine. They both work at Atlas Tattoo Shop, and a piercing from Jack Griffin. Go and check out all of our friends. I hope I'm not forgetting any of our friends. I don't have any fucking friends anymore. I've got
We're
like
allowed
3
to forget
people.
them. We don't owe them anything.
Yeah, I know we don't, but I'm just trying to be
nice.
I'm just trying to be nice to our friends. That's all. All right, yep. Patreon.com/The Bastard Sermon, or is it Bastards? How do you find the Patreon?
It's The Bastard Sermon.
Yeah, just Google us. You'll find it. It'll pop up.
Patreon.com/Bastard Sermon.
Yeah, if you want the next hour. And we've got a bunch of episodes on there. I'm going to start doing Huckers Fuckers again.
There's
a bunch.
We have 14, I think, 14 Patreon content episodes. We got some Huckers Fuckers. We've got a bunch of stuff on
There's
there.
a Pat's Patio up there?
There's 1 or 2 Pat's Patios up there.
Hell yeah, go and check it out. There's a fuckload of content. There's not as much as we thought we were going to produce, but, I quit, then I came back, and then Pat quit for sure, for good, and fucking Luke's never going to come up with his own podcast, even though he says he's going to, and I keep saying I'm going to do Huckers Fuckers, but I haven't done that yet.
I'm putting the pieces together.
It's never going to happen.
It is happening.
It's not. I don't believe you.
It is.
Go check out the Patreon.
It's going to be Topic Center, too.
Is it really?
Yeah,
What's your idea?
It's going to be nerd stuff.
Okay, cool. Sick. All right, go check out the Patreon if you want the next hour. Love you, folks. Goodbye.